Howdy YouTube, Darlington Farm here. How's it going, everybody? So if you watched my last video there, basically I went and bid a ridiculously large job. I am in the process now of trying to think about how I can do something like that as absolutely efficiently as possible. I'm going to be getting paid by the piece on this deal. I have close to 2,000 brackets to add onto a piece of C channel. I'm trying to figure out how to do this as efficiently as possible and trying to decide basically if I want to build or buy rather another welder. Excuse me. I've kind of narrowed it down to where I'm looking at either a 302 air pack, a Trailblazer 325, or a Vantage 300, I think. I've kind of narrowed it down to there. I don't do any pipelining. I don't plan on doing any pipelining. Basically, I just kind of want an engine drive that can really do it all. The problem I have with my SA250 and my SA200, the SA200, if you're not familiar with these, are a DC only machine, so they put out DC aux power. So you can really only run like grinders and stuff off of it. You can't run, say, like an inverter, like my Multimatic here, which I can run off of my 250 diesel. It was limited to 3 kilowatts, which kind of sucks because this thing takes more than that if you want to run it full tilt. So basically I'm looking for large aux power, at least 10 kW. I like versatility of having a CV out, which I'm going to show you here. Basically you don't necessarily need to have CV out to be able to run a wire feeder off of an engine drive. I'm going to use my 12 VS feeder here to kind of show you just what you can do with an SA200. But mainly I'm just kind of trying to dial in like, okay, since I'm getting paid by the piece on this, I got to do it as quickly as possible. It's not a structural thing where I have to worry about it being a 7018 or something. I just have to stick these on there where they're good. So I'm going to show you my setup here. I've just been kind of running some beads here, dicking around with my wire feeder because I had a little bit of C25 left in this bottle that I didn't just kind of want to throw away. So this is a 12 VS. I don't know if it's kind of dark or kind of bright out there and dark in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on there. 12 VS feeder. Basically the way this works is you have a ground cable that goes up, clamps onto your work here. Then you have just a normal MIG gun, and it is basically just like a regular MIG, except it runs off of, see if I can get this closed here so it doesn't fall off there, it runs off of the welding current coming from your machine. You have the ground coming from your welder, runs over there, clamps to your table, and then you power this just like you would on a CV machine. And so I've been kind of playing around with settings on my red face here. It seems like it works best when you are very low on the voltage here. Basically, if you're not familiar with these, this is the current selector and this is the voltage selector. So I'm in my max setting here, so max current. And then I'm running at about 25, which translates to about 44 volts, something like that. I'll fire the welder up here so you can kind of really see, but I just kind of wanted to explain kind of how it works before I fire the thing up here. Alright YouTube, well, as you can see here, it took me a little bit to kind of get my settings dialed in here. But once I did, going uphill, it looks pretty good. Now again, this is just off of a constant current source, not off a CV source. Yeah, down here, I was running way too hot. To start off with there, I didn't really know kind of where to set my amperage or my wire feed speed. I ended up settling on about 300 inches a minute and having my red face set at about 15. Seemed to kind of give me the best results there, and it feels about like you're running 20 volts or so on a CC source, or CV source rather, or you know, like on my old XMT, and seems to work pretty well. I hope the arc shots turned out pretty decent to where you actually see them. We shot them in glorious 4K, and hopefully they look pretty good. Anyway, I'm Darlington Farm, so this is basically how you can run a red face MIG. So instead of MIG like TIG, it's, you know, MIG like red face. Anyway, I'm Darlington Farm. Thank you for watching.